nation's infrastructure will influence whether development occurs, just as tariffs and labor supply did during the 19th century. Data really knows no boundaries today. U.S. companies can send data batches to Caribbean nations for processing and then transmit that processed data back, and the cost is less than if the work had stayed in the United States. As computing and communication...
Well, how about that? You get a little global labor arbitrage with your new telecommunications revolution. Isn't that nice? You get a vacuum money out of the pocket of the American worker. Really good stuff. Really forward thinking.
Communications continue to be the basis of economic expansion. I think there's every reason to expect that communications traffic will flow to places where it can be processed the most cheaply.
Man, you might think that this guy's just calling it, but remember, hearing these ideas, and they're in a room with media and government policymakers discussing a massive media, government, intelligence, propaganda coup that's taken place over the last 10 years. This is a celebration. So conspiracy theorists believe in the phenomenon of predictive programming, where these little hints about what is to come are rolled out to front run a potential impact on the public and soften the blow. But yeah, I'm impressed with Fowler's presentation, even though it was 33 years ago. And remember, things like Wi-Fi like wireless internet didn't saturate the American body politic until like 2003. And the cell phone didn't become an object you saw in everybody's hand or pocket until a few years after that. So less than 20 years ago. But this guy's already nailing the emerging gig economy, a delocalized economy. Not all of that turned out to be true, but we know about foreign call centers that are enabled by modern telecommunications and the horror stories about foreign content moderation farms as well.
Again, if we turn to Europe, some companies now today tend to route their international telephone calls to nations that have the cheapest access charges, so that if a call from, let's say, New York to Krakow costs less if it's first routed to Budapest, then calls will find themselves going along that route. And just as coffee beans will be grown in the most conducive environment, communications and computing traffic will move to those nations that can handle it fastest and cheapest.